welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy Glam. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you like this video. If you do like this video, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video, okay? So mostly what I talk about on my channel is fragrances. So if you're someone that loves to smell good, or maybe you're about to buy a fragrance and you want to know more about that fragrance, then this is the channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And for those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, or watching my videos for a while I should say, thank you for coming back and watching another video with me. So you guys, I'm so excited to talk about this fragrance. So of course I have to go back and tell a little story about this fragrance. So ever since I have started reviewing fragrances on my channel and talking about fragrances, there has not been a time when someone has mentioned this fragrance to me, and I'm talking about none other than Baccarat Rouge 540. Okay. Maison Francis Kurkdijan's Baccarat Rouge 540. Okay, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, but I'm gonna say Baccarat Rouge 540 for short, okay, because that is like a mouthful. So I promise you, I think the very first fragrance video I put out, somebody in the comments said, oh, you'll love Baccarat Rouge 540. Me not knowing a lot about fragrances, granted, I have a lot of fragrances in my collection, but I haven't smelled every fragrance known to man, right? So, you know, I started getting a little curious and whatnot. I'm like, okay, what is this, you know, 540 that I keep hearing about? And made it out to the store to smell the fragrance, okay? So I was kind of going online and I was watching other YouTubers reviews on the fragrance, so I hadn't, you know, been able to go, I wasn't able to go out and smell it, but I do know that it's very expensive. So yeah, it was Monday night actually. I was laying in bed doing what I love to do, which is watch fragrance reviews and, you know, other videos and stuff on YouTube. And so I came across young lady's video on YouTube. She goes by The Simple Chic Life. I will put a picture of her YouTube channel up here on this up here somewhere so y'all can see it. But I was like, wow, so she has, you know, found a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. And so I mean, the way she described the fragrance in her video, she was basically saying that this fragrance is 99% a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. So I was like, okay, enough is enough is enough. I have to go to the store and smell this fabulous fragrance that everyone and their mama keep talking about, because I'm clueless. Like, I can't even talk about it. I can't say anything about it. I do know that Cloud by Ariana Grande is supposed to be a close dupe to the Baccarat Rouge 540, and I do own that fragrance in my collection. And I didn't have any idea when I bought Cloud that it was a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, or people are calling it a dupe for Baccarat Rouge. I just knew that it smelled good and I liked it and I bought it. I instantly went on to, I think I went on to Fragrance Net to see if it was available, and it was sold out. I was like, okay. The next website I went to was Fragrance X, and I had not ordered from Fragrance X before. And I went on there, they had it, I ordered it instantly, okay? Instantly. The very next day, because I've been off work for a little bit, the very next day, me and my daughter went to the mall for the first time since the world has opened back up. We went to the mall. So I said, you know what? I have to go by Saks and smell this fragrance, because everybody in the perfume community, in the fragrance community on YouTube, raves about this fragrance. And so I'll insert a picture of me. I took a picture while I was there. I sprayed it, I smelled it, and it is a fabulous fragrance. I don't want y'all to get me wrong. Like, I don't want to upset anybody. But it is a fabulous fragrance. It's very pretty. It's so hard to me, in my opinion, to describe it, because I feel like it's not necessarily masculine and it's not necessarily feminine. You know, I have several fragrances in my collection that are made for women that come off masculine, you know, and I've known of fragrances for men that come off a little sweet, and you can kind of, you know, play with them and wear them. I've done it before. I've bought men colognes that smell sweet enough for me to wear, you know. So this fragrance to me is somewhat hard to describe. It's hard for me to put this fragrance in a box, you know what I'm saying? A very alluring fragrance to me. I feel like it is, I don't even necessarily think I would call it sexy, you know. It's very pleasing, it's very inviting, it's very warm, it's very intoxicating. It's very much so an attention getter, you know. But I don't know if, in my opinion, if I would go crazy behind trying to get this fragrance. You know, I don't know. I don't think I would drop $300 for this fragrance. I just feel like now that I've smelled it, the real fragrance, I sprayed it on my skin and wore it, you know, all day. And it is a really nice fragrance. I don't even know if I would describe it as a beautiful fragrance. You know how you have fragrances in your collection and you smell it and you're just like, wow, this fragrance is beautiful. You know, so I don't want to take away from the fragrance. I do know that I like the fragrance. I enjoy it. But I don't know if I would spend $300 on the fragrance. Okay? Waiting patiently to get this fragrance in the mail. It finally came in today. So this is by Haramain, and this is the Amber Oud Rouge, okay? I got it today, and it came in this lovely box. And I really like the packaging. You know, most fragrances that I buy just comes in a, you know, cardboard box. It's, you know, nice or whatever, but this is plastic. And it's really nice, and you open it up like so, and then you have the fragrance in the box. So when I was, you know, online about to purchase this fragrance, and I believe I mentioned that I got it from Fragrance X, I had to be careful because there is another fragrance that's pretty popular amongst the fragrance community on YouTube, and that is it's just the Amber Oud, okay? So the difference with the bottles are the same. The only difference is the back of the bottle is red, okay? So if you just keep in mind, if you go on Fragrance X and you look for this perfume, make sure that, you know, it says Rouge at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'll try to get it kind of close. So you see right here at the bottom, it says Rouge. So just make sure the back of the bottle is red, because it's so easy to, you know, get this one confused with the original Amber Oud, okay? I'm gonna spray it on me. I'm spraying it all over. Because I want to get like the full effect of this fragrance. So I'm not gonna lie, I've already kind of cheated, and I did, when I got the box, I did immediately open it because I couldn't wait. Off the bat, y'all, like immediately out of the bottle, once you spray it, all you get is Baccarat Rouge 540. No lie. I mean, it is like dead on Baccarat Rouge 540. I mean, it does give me a slight medicinal smell. I know after watching a bunch of reviews on 540, people do say that 540 has a very medicinal smell. Some people even say it smells like exam gloves and stuff like that. And this fragrance does. It can be a little heady as well. Of course, when you're dealing with like dupe fragrances, it's not going to be exact. But when I tell y'all, this comes pretty damn close to the Baccarat Rouge. It comes so close to 540 that it's just eerie. It does come off like sweet. There is a sweet vibe in here. There is a woody type note in here, a sweet note. Again, a medicinal note. But after it dries down, you guys, this fragrance is amazing. It is really, really good. For what I paid for it, I'm telling you guys, no one would be able to tell the difference in this fragrance. People would think that you're wearing 540 if they even know what 540 smells like. Okay. The best dupe, in my opinion, for a Baccarat Rouge 540. No joke. No joke. So I'm pretty sure this fragrance has saffron in it. And saffron is a spice. It looks like a spice. But from what I read, it smells sweet, but it doesn't necessarily taste sweet. And of course the jasmine. Jasmine also comes off as sweet, heavenly, intense type of fragrance. So this is definitely, in my opinion, more on the sweeter side, but not as sweet as Cloud. I don't want y'all to think it's sweet like Cloud. It's not sweet like Cloud. I think the Baccarat Rouge 540 stays true in the Drydown, like from initial smell to the Drydown. I don't feel like it has any change in the fragrance, in the smell, if that makes sense. This does a little bit. So upon initial spray, I get a medicinal smell. Now that it's dried down, I can't even smell that. And to me, this dry down goes in phases, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, I get the medicine-y smell, which makes me a little heady, and then it starts to dry down. One layer of dry down, and that goes away, and then I get another kind of weird smell, which is like, it does kind of smell like exam gloves, like gloves that you wear, that you see doctors wearing and stuff. And then once it dries down a little bit more, that goes away, and then you just get a very consistent smell, okay? I hope I'm explaining this right. But I think this, you guys, is like the best dupe when it comes to the Baccarat Rouge 540. When it comes to dupes, you're not gonna get like an exact, but with this one, you're gonna get pretty doggone close. Like, I mean, real close. I don't know exactly what the notes are in this fragrance because I looked online, y'all, and I could not find any notes on this fragrance whatsoever. It is originally $69.99. and there is a 15% coupon. If you click it, you get 15% off, so it came out to like $59, like $59.49 or something like that. So for the price, when you're doing a price, if you want to do a price comparison, come on, like I think $60 versus $300, and that doesn't include the tax. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out to like $325 or something ridiculous like that when you get hit with the tax. I think when you comparing those, this is a pretty good deal for a dupe that smells just like the Baccarat Rouge 540. Okay, so there are a couple of things I do want to mention to you guys about this fragrance. I stepped away and then I realized I had not mentioned to you guys a couple of important factors about this fragrance, because I want you guys to know everything about this fragrance, or at least everything I feel about this dupe. Okay, so now I will say this, as far as projection and longevity, I think that is where you're gonna find the differences in the dupe and the original, of course. Now, when I did spray the original Baccarat Rouge 540, it lasted all day long. This one, it's to be determined. I'm not for sure how I feel about the longevity. I feel like it's gonna give you good longevity, because even before I sprayed it again in this video, I could still smell it on me from when I sprayed it earlier in the day. And I think the package arrived like at maybe 4, somewhere between 4 and 4:30. I sprayed it immediately. I'm just recording this video, it's like 7 p.m. okay, so if that gives you any idea or any indication on how long this fragrance lasts, then there you go. So I do feel like you're gonna get great longevity with this fragrance. Now, projection wise, now in my opinion, the projection on this fragrance may not be as good as the Baccarat Rouge 540, but you have to keep in mind this is a dupe, and again, it's not gonna perform exactly how the real deal is going to perform, so you know, keep that in mind. Now it could just be that my nose went blind to the fragrance, if that makes sense, like nose blind. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology, but have you ever put on a fragrance and you can't smell it anymore, but someone may walk by you or you're talking to someone and they can smell the fragrance? I believe that is how this is going to be. It's going to be one of those fragrances where you won't necessarily smell it on yourself at hour 4, maybe 3, at hour 3 or hour 4, but it doesn't mean that other people won't be able to smell it on you. So I don't think you're going to get the best, you know, projection out of this fragrance. It may be one of those fragrances that you may have to reapply, you know, especially if you know, going somewhere, you put it on before you went to work, and then you're gonna go have dinner or something like that. You may want to take it with you and reapply it. I don't know, I just, from what I'm experiencing now that I have it and I can play with it, you know, I'm not gonna hate on it because it does that, because I have to keep in mind that it's not the real deal. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that to you guys in this video, so you'll know if you decide to buy it, you'll know what to expect out of the fragrance. But regardless of that, I still really die hard believe that this is an awesome dupe for the Baccarat Rouge 540. If you want it, and again, you don't have the money to spend on the original, on the real one I should say, then this would be perfect for you in that aspect. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're new to my channel, then welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you are a returning family member, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I pray that you guys are being safe, and I will see you in the next video.